Go. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing great today. Today, what is the topic? It is new construction. I know you guys are excited for this. So, quickly, I'm not going to waste your time. What are 5 things you need to know about new construction? Now, before we start this, I want to make it super clear. What is the new construction we're talking about? So there's different terms you might hear. There is spec home. There is inventory home. These are actually the same thing. What these are referring to is like having inventory of something, having something set aside already. Well, that's pretty much what they're doing. These developers and these builders are building the homes the way they want them, their blueprints, without your finishings, and then they're selling them to you completed. And so you don't have much of a say in what these homes are. So those are your spec and your inventory homes. We're not talking about those in these. We're going to be talking more about your semi-custom homes. Now, what do I mean about semi real quick? Well, your custom built homes, you might be working with an architect to come up with a plan, and then you find a builder to execute that plan. And so maybe you're getting a lot, and there's a lot more involved. So this is going to be a builder who has already decided on a piece of land. Perhaps they're building a lot in the area and they have certain plans that they want to use. And so you're just working with them and maybe making some changes, some alterations, some upgrades along the way to get the house done. So without further ado, what are those 5 things? Well, number 1, first thing, I know me being a realtor, I hold a little bit of stake in this, but you have to decide whether or not you want to use a realtor. One thing that you should know is that when you're buying a house, the seller is the one paying the realtor. That is awesome when working with new construction, because most builders will pay the commission to the realtor. And a lot of them, even if you don't use the realtor, you can't really negotiate to get a lower price on your home. So you almost always want to use a realtor just because there's no downside. Well, because if you actually walk into a model home, or that being one of the finished products that the builder is using to just showcase their homes, if you do that without a realtor, and then you try to bring in a realtor, the builder is not going to pay the realtor because they're going to say that you walked in first and they were the ones who were the procuring cause of that sale. So make sure, if you're interested in some new construction and you've seen some buildings going up and you want to go tour one, you take your realtor with you first. Those model homes that you're going to see, they will deceive you. They really will deceive you. And I'll show some examples of this. They like to put in the best upgrades that they can in these model homes to get you to purchase them. And then when you see that sign in the front of the home that says home starting at, that is nowhere near the price of the home that you are now touring. So you might think, oh, wow, this is an awesome deal. And it would be a really awesome deal if they were offering you that house at that price, but they're not. So when you go inside these model homes, know that a lot of the things you're seeing are probably going to be upgrades. So you need to be on the same page as your realtor. Make sure you're asking the questions, your realtor is asking the questions, finding out what is going into that base price that they're giving you and what is going to need upgrade. Contracts, the contracts that you go in with the builder. Well, there's a couple things to know about this. First of all, there might be 2 deposits. In a normal sale of the home, if you've done that before, you might have put down an earnest money deposit, maybe $1,000. But when you're buying new construction, you might need to have that earnest money deposit and then later a construction deposit. Now, that construction deposit is just your way of telling the builder, I really am committed. And so now they're not putting themselves in a position where they're building this semi-custom home for you with these specific things that you want. And then you just say, it's only $1,000. Well, I'm out. And then you leave. And then they're stuck. So it protects them. It shows your interest and your commitment to getting that property from them. And not only that, but these contracts, they also come with better perks for the builder. For instance, with timing, they might be able to close or finish within a large time frame, but you may only have 30 days to close. There's lots of different things involved with that. You should ask your realtor, or if you're doing this by yourself, make sure you're reading that contract and finding out exactly what is going in the builder's favor and what's going in your favor. And those can be negotiated. So make sure you're doing that. Why is timing one of the things you need to know? Well, generally speaking, even if they give you a low or a very quick date as far as when that project is going to be done, generally speaking, it takes on average about 8 to 9 months to finish building new construction. And that would probably be if in an ideal situation. So plan for the construction to take longer than you think it will. That will save you so much heartache. If you have no place to live and you're waiting for your house to be done, that is not going to be a very fun situation to be in. So make sure that you're prepared for the construction to take a little bit longer than they tell you it will. This is an important one. You are probably spending anywhere from $300 to $600 plus on your semi-custom, or even if it's an even bigger one and in a more expensive area, up to $1 million on your new construction. What should you do? Well, did you know that you can get an inspection for new construction property? And why should you? Well, it's such a huge investment. Spending the $300 to $500 on an inspection just to make sure that things are in the right spot and things were done correctly, could save you so much heartache. You don't want to spend all that money on a new place only to have to fix things 6 months later. And so just the peace of mind, and it has happened, folks. We've heard stories of missing trusses in the attic, just crazy foundation issues, this, that, just if you're going to spend that much money on a property that you're going to be paying on for 30 plus years, might as well know, or at least have some type of feel good feeling that, hey, this is a good purchase. So try to get an inspection. Please try to get an inspection. No, try get these. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good day, guys. Bye. Hey, did you enjoy that video? Well, check out our other videos down below. Maybe there's something else in new construction that you need to know, or some more details. See you guys soon.